Disclaimer. Dreadful Shadows taking no responsibilities for errors or omissions in the contents of the service. In no event shall Dreadful Shadows be liable for any special, direct, indirect, mental, physical, consequential, or incidental damages for any damages whatsoever, whether in an action of contract, negligence or other tort, arising out of or in connection with the use of the service or the contents of the service. Dreadful Shadows channel reserves the right to make additions, deletions, or modification to the contents on the service at any time without prior notice. Watch at your own risk.
I was camping with my wife and her family near the lake in the state of Georgia. We were 5 people in the group. It was nighttime and we were doing typical activities, making food, having a few drinks and telling stories, when we all heard what sounded like a little girl yelling out for help. Neither one of us had children, but we were all positive. We were hearing a little girl and decided to search the area we heard the noises from together. There was a field behind our campsites, and we all saw a very tall, pure white figure standing maybe 100 feet away from us in the field, making the noises. We all agreed this thing looked maybe 6 feet tall, skinny, and white as can be. We made our way closer to investigate, but whatever it was that we saw started backing off as we got closer, and it disappeared into the trees. All night we continued to hear a little girl calling for help as we tried to sleep. As the night grew darker, the eerie atmosphere enveloped the campsite, sending shivers down everyone's spine. The little girl's desperate cries for help echoed through the stillness of the remote lake, sending chills through the hearts of the campers. The absence of any children in either group only intensified the feeling of dread, leaving them all puzzled and on edge. Determined to find the source of the haunting cries, I, gripped by a mix of fear and curiosity, decided to venture into the mysterious darkness together. My flashlights pierced the blackness as I cautiously made my way towards the field, my heart's pounding with a mix of anticipation and terror. As I approached the field, a collective gasp escaped my lips. In the distance, illuminated by the pale moonlight, stood a towering figure, completely white, almost glowing in the darkness. Its unnaturally tall and thin silhouette sent shivers down my spines. The encounter defied all explanation, and my mind struggled to comprehend what I was witnessing. I screamed aloud. Yet, the eerie sight was only the beginning of my unsettling experience. As I drew nearer, the white figure seemed to sense my approach and began to retreat, backing away into the dense cover of the surrounding trees. Panic and confusion gripped me, but an overwhelming curiosity urged me forward. Each step brought me closer to the boundary between the known and the unknown, but the entity seemed to vanish like a wisp of smoke, leaving no trace of its presence behind. The encounter left me bewildered, my imaginations running wild with possibilities of what I had just seen. Throughout the night, the ghostly cries of the little girl persisted, an unsettling lullaby that refused to be silenced. I ran back to the camping site. Sleep eluded us as we huddled together, seeking comfort in each other's company. The once pleasant camping experience had transformed into a nightmarish ordeal, haunted by the enigmatic white figure and the sorrowful plea for help that echoed relentlessly in our ears. Morning finally broke, and with the first rays of sunlight, the sense of terror began to subside. Though the light brought relief, it offered no answers to the questions that still lingered in my mind. What had I encountered in the darkness? Who or what was the mysterious, ghostly figure that seemed to beckon me into the unknown? As we packed up our belongings and left the lake campsite, I couldn't shake the feeling that we had brushed against something otherworldly that night. The memory of the encounter would forever be etched into my mind, a chilling reminder that some mysteries are not meant to be solved and that the darkness holds secrets that can never be fully understood. If you enjoy camping by the lake in North Georgia, which attracts millions of visitors each year, beware of the dangers, both real and mythical, that lurk in and around its waters.